everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm going to be showing you how I plan to base both armies that come in the Dominion box. So we have the Crow Boys and the Stormcast. I wanted something that was a little bit more neutral so that it would work for both, and this is where I landed. And with that being said, while I was inspired by Dominion, these bases are pretty versatile and can be used for basically anything that you may have from any game that you may play. So I hope that whoever you are, you enjoy seeing my process. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I'm using Milliput. You can use Milliput, green stuff, or whatever else you may have. I'm just going to be taking a little bit from each tube and then mixing them together, which will activate it and begin the curing process. So I'm just mixing them around, and then I'll just be applying this to the base, pressing it around with my thumbs and trying to make it look random. I just took a paint pot and I'm rolling all of the fingerprints out of it, because obviously we don't want fingerprints. That would kind of take us out of the realistic nature of bases. This is a roller that I got off of Thingiverse. The file was $3.50 and it came with 8 different ones, so pretty cheap, especially if you're using it to base your whole army. If you don't have access to a 3D printer, you could just buy a roller from Green Stuff World, or another place you can get them really cheap is Etsy. And so I definitely recommend it. It just makes it so much easier and saves so much time. I decided I wanted a big crack down the center of these, so I'm just going ahead and doing that, and then just taking off other little bits. You can just kind of mess with it to your own liking. And this is where I stopped. So I'm taking this Citadel texture paint. It doesn't really matter what texture paint you use. It doesn't even matter what color it is, because we're going to be priming over it. So you just pick whichever one that you feel most comfortable with, or whatever you have on hand, and go ahead and spread it all around. I prime the whole thing gray, I let it sit overnight, and then I am going to be base coating it. So I'm using chocolate brown to base coat the dirt and celestial gray to base coat the stone. Guys, you already know about Skeleton Horde. I'm not really even going to say much, other than I don't think I've made a video in which I didn't drown everything in Skeleton Horde, and I put that all over the dirt as well. Why not? I mixed Screaming Skull with Celestial Gray and then gave the whole thing a pretty heavy dry brush. I'm using school glue and just putting it on randomly. I knew I wanted some grass down the center of the crack, as well as some other random patches. You still want the dirt to show, so you don't want to cover all of the dirt, but you do want to, have most of it be grass, because frankly the grass looks a lot better than the dirt in my opinion. So I was pretty generous. I am putting it on, I am tapping off the excess. By the way, I will link everything that I use below, from the static grass to the milliput, like everything that I use I'll link below. These grass tufts I just put in to add a little bit of variance and make it look more natural, and I just use super glue to go ahead and put those in. So I'm taking a Athonian Camo shade, which is a dark green wash, and I am putting it into the cracks. I'm not putting it into all of the cracks, just some of them, to give it a little bit of grimy moss look, And then I'm taking these little leaves from Green Stuff World. I put some school glue on. I actually spilled them all over my desk before filming that, so I just picked some right up off the desk and placed them on the base. I black rimmed it and called it a day. So that brings us to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching as usual, and I will see you in my next video.